Right, well, what I'll do is I'll have to direct you to a video and you'll need to watch it in your own time. It's a topic that's close to my heart, obviously. It comes up from time to time. Talk about the state of esports journalism and how sort of we've lost a lot of good reporters. I think we have a pretty decent core. Actually, what I've noticed is there's the deeply unserious ones, which are like, I hide behind a cartoon profile pic. I refuse to give my real name. That kind of reporter. All I do is roster leaks because, I actually play games with some of the players and they leak everything to me. There's some other stuff going on behind the scenes. I heard about an interesting development, actually, where a journalist that gets leaks is sort of doing it by they're well connected with players. And what they do is they will connect players to orgs, bypassing like agents and other entities, so they can have like negotiations. And in exchange for making that connect, they want the leak for the move that when it happens. That's like super it's unethical shit. But that's something going on in esports that I heard about. But anyway, whatever. That's not important. I think in general we got a decent core, but what we don't have is the very popular like Twitter journalists and clout-seeking journalists. They are not putting in any due diligence whatsoever. And I came across a video. It's just 2 minutes, but a chat log has an N-word with a soft A in it, so I can't actually play the video on stream. But basically, just shows how easy it is for completely fake stories to spread, and for these journalists to just pick them up uncritically. Now, look, it's very easy for me to beat my chest about this, but just a reminder. Obviously I've got a 100% record. People try and trip me up all the time. I've got a pretty good smell test, but the bottom line is, if it's a screenshot of a chat log, it doesn't matter. It's never getting. If that's the evidence, it's never getting. I'm never writing that. I won't put my name on that. There's so many ways that people can just fuck with you, and everyone's tried to do it to me. Inspect element and this, that, and the other. It's just nah. So I'd rather leave a blockbuster story on the table and not get the clicks, not get the hits, not get the clout. I think at this point, the sheer volume of like landscape-changing stories I've broken. It's like, I'll never need another one bad enough. I'll never need another one bad enough to sort of risk looking like the fool. So if it's just a chat log, I'm not going to do it. But unfortunately, a lot of these like clout seekers, they just want what's in the here and now. And so this was the video in particular. It's called How I Fooled the Entire Valorant Community.
Odd and Tarek all took the bait.
Oh my God! So I can't play the video, as I said. You can go and see the video. But basically, the bottom line is, this guy put out fake chat logs about a stream sniping group that were basically accepting money in Bitcoin or whatever to stream snipe and ruin the games of certain pros. And this, I remember seeing this story come across my timeline. I think Deserto even reported it, which was disappointing. Obviously I didn't, but still, the editorial standards, if you're going to criticize people, you have to sort of apply it all across the board equally. Basically, it was an inspect element Discord chat log, and for those that don't know what inspect element is, basically you can just go in, when you accidentally fat finger your keyboard and you hit F11 or F12 and your bar disappears, or the fucking code comes up on the side if you're using Chrome. You can just go in and just change what things say, basically, and that's it. And you can then come out and you've essentially altered the text on whatever website you're looking at. And so people just do that. They do it for fake chat logs. It's happened a number of times. People say, oh, this person was in my fucking DMs, look at this. It's inspect element. People believe it. You get a ton of shit because people aren't very discerning on the internet about what people believe and what they don't, as this section of the stream will illustrate. But it's fucked up because these things spread. A screenshot lasts forever. People do not think critically at all about any of this stuff. And even though everyone is tech savvy and knows that this can be done and it's very easy and you don't have to have any technological know-how to do it, people will rarely give people the benefit of the doubt. And so, you know, one of the things that, for example, I've always insisted upon, and people show me DMs, right, well, let me log into your shit. That's what it's going to take. So if you feel that strongly about it, I need to log into your shit and see these DMs firsthand, right? Or you need to come in front of me at a computer, log in and show me this shit. Like, I need to see it, like 100%. So anyway, I'll show you in more detail. I'm focusing on Jake Lucky because why the fuck not? Just another reason why this guy remains the walking clown emoji. And you can see... Right, that's the screenshot there. All these people fuck with their games, essentially. You can see it, Shazam, you know, you'll know Sinatra's in there, Zelda's Stubby 2K. And obviously, players are players. Players fucking believe everyone's out to get them, believe any old shit. They're not the most discerning. So yeah, these players did tweet out, look, man, there's a whole fucking crew dedicated to fucking with my games. This is why I can't get to the highest levels. And it's just like, listen, they're players. Like, they're under no moral obligation to be intelligent. They're fucking players, you know. They're morons, essentially, a lot of them. They're just good at a video game. They're like athletes, you know. You don't expect, like, you know, when I talk to Harry Maguire, I don't expect him to fucking tell me about what book he just finished reading. Or like, you know, what he thinks about, you know, the economic impact of Brexit. He's not going to be able to talk about those things. He's a slab-headed moron who plays football. It's fine. It's totally fine for him to be that. Not everybody gets to be an intellectual. In fact, I'd probably say, you know, overvaluing intellectualism is kind of a fucking flaw. It's a flaw. It's a trap I've fallen into myself at various points in my life where, oh, just because you're intelligent and can fucking string a sentence together, you're better than someone who can't do that. Well, no, you're fucking not. Because, you know, can you do a fucking oil change? Can you figure out, like, engineering? Can you do this? Can you do that? No, people are just good at different things. And it's like, it's very easy for the one that you know, that if you have the skill that makes you appear articulate and erudite, it's very easy to sort of overvalue that. So don't do that. Don't treat people like that. But, you know, players have their skills and gullibility seems to come with it, you know, front loaded, right? So Jake Lucky, he got sent this screenshot by that guy whose video I can't play because Twitch is silly. And basically, he was sent this. Now, no critical... literally, this is what he got sent. He got sent some other screenshots which were all fake, saying, no, look, it's a Discord. What it was this guy's private Discord, and he elemented, like, fake channels, all sorts of stuff. So he explains how he does it. And Jake Lucky just decided, that's enough for me. I'm just going to put that out there. So he put it out there. There's an alleged Discord. P.S. I'll be posting screenshots of this alleged Discord. So the Discord's not the alleged part of it, but whatever. There's an alleged Discord where people can place bounties on Valorant streamers and players, paying money for anyone who will stream snipe their games and throw if they are on their team or win if they are playing against them. Shameless. You'll notice he passes judgment on something he was saying was alleged. He clearly believes it's real. And he did put that out there. In fact, he believed it was real so much. He even argued with someone who said, maybe you shouldn't draw attention to this type of thing, right? Somebody said, which, by the way, I get that all the time. And you can see, thanks for sharing this, so even more people will join the Discord server to stream snipe and earn free money. Shaking my head. Some things shouldn't be spread online. Use your platform for something positive. Tell that to the 4 dozen top Valorant streamers and players who tweeted about this already. I get your point, but I'm late to this party. Late to the party still gets it totally wrong. Late to the party still does no basic amount of inquiry, no fact-checking, no investigation. Like, for me, by the way, being sent the screenshots, fake or otherwise, that's like the start of something, not the end of something. Like, you know what I mean? That's the difference, I guess. Like, that to me is, okay, this might be real. I better go find out if it is. And if it is, what are the ramifications for that? Who's involved? Who's paying? Why are they doing it? What other Discords are out there? Is this a commonly held service? The cheat forums of it is, you know, that's where my mind would go. Not, I've got a screenshot. It's unbelievable. So, anyway, He's got a screenshot. He made a video, right? I'll just show you the thumbnail. You know I love a Jake Lucky thumbnail, right? This is on his like millionth channel that he tries to grow. But look at that. Look at that. Influencers you'll click on, people you know, paid to throw streamer games. Here's a picture of Bitcoin. There you go. Made sure I've put a girl on, so you click because, yes, he's that cynical, as we've seen from his coverage about sexual assault victims and everything else, where he still puts salacious and titillating imagery in the thumbnail because he's disgusting like that. But he did a video on it, right? Let's do it. Let's watch this video. Let's watch Jake Lucky break this hugely important. Remember, it's a screenshot that he's been sent, some of the screenshots. Let's check out the Jake Lucky report on this.
What is up, all you beautiful people?
By the way, this is a React Andy stream today. I just realised it. You know how I've always said the lowest of the lower people who just watch YouTube videos and react to them. In fact, it's really embarrassing. Fuck it. It's a hot day. Listen, at some point I might just sit here and eat and say nothing. Might just leave my chair. This is Jake Lucky, everyone. This is what he's doing these days. This is the gamer update, his new project. You'll see as well. He does love his jerseys, doesn't he? He's got jerseys in the background. I'm surprised. That has to be someone's jersey. It has to be. That's his gimmick. But anyway, here we go. It's the same setup. It's Jake Lucky talking into a microphone. He has a virtual screen that puts pictures up so you don't get bored. It's 8 minutes. This is the guy that worked the Major, by the way. This is the guy who did a segment rating jerseys. Perfect.
We're all doing well. Welcome back to the channel. I'm recording this around midnight, okay? So I am really tired.
Working at midnight. Fucking hell. Been burning the midnight oil, trying to desperately get to the bottom of this investigation. What's happened here?
But this is a developing story and a big one in the Valorant space, which I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard about because, yes, it is apparently true. There are streams.
It is apparently true. I like that. I like when my journalists tell me something's apparently true. It is apparent that it is true. Oh, okay. All right. Good.
Stream snipers out there who are now acquiring bounties to stream snipe some of your favorite pro players and streamers in the Valorant space. Something not all too foreign to the esports and gaming space, which is just incredibly sad. If you guys remember years back in the peak of Fortnite, there were people putting hefty bounties on Ninja, at the time the #1 streamer in the world, certainly #1 streamer at Fortnite during that time too. There were bounties being placed on his head for stream snipers to stream snipe him hours and hours throughout the day, so he simply could not enjoy his stream.
Is it worth even talking about my views on stream sniping? Probably not. Let's listen to Jake Lucky. No, I want to get an education.
People paid money to ruin his day, and that has become. That's
Jake Lucky. If you're an influencer, he ruins your day for free. He'll just tweet out of context clips and completely fake stories to ruin your day for zero money, just for clout. But yeah, those awful people that take money to do it. They're the real assholes.
That stood the test of time because it's now here in Valorant too.
That's so stupid.
Thank you for the sub, bro.
And he said those guys right there are registered in this Discord. I didn't know about it. There's this Discord where it's a stream sniping Discord, and the Discord owners put bounties on your head to kill you. It's so stupid.
What?
And you pay in to get the Discord. So you pay.
Now, keep in mind, this is being presented for a specific reason in this video, right? This is being presented to let you know, hey, as outlandish as this thing might sound, it's definitely happened before. Here's some evidence of it happening before. And it goes to a clip of someone telling someone else that they saw something that was definitely real. And that'll do. That will do, I think, actually. When I am laying out my videos, doing all my journalist videos, doing my reporting, that's the sort of hard evidence I like to use to make my points and to make sure people know they can absolutely trust me.
Pay $10 to get into the Discord, and you might have a $100 bounty on Ninja. So then they go stream snipe you, and if you kill you get $100.
So like that's but like, what if we both live? Which we
and
did.
They don't get the $100. And you pay $10 to get in, right? We can possibly win more.
These guys come over here
They're
first.
so dumb. And both those guys right there were registered in the.
You can see that the guy in the clip as well, like, clearly hasn't even thought out what the fuck he's saying. Like, yeah, I don't really know, but you pay $10. It's like the fucking Spinal Tap. They go up to 11 bit.
The Discord.
How do you know that they were registered in it?
My sub is in it, I think. I don't know. It's just so stupid.
And again, this is in other.
Right. You didn't have to use that clip, Jake. You didn't have to use the bit at the end. You didn't. Like, why did you leave this bit in? I don't know. It's all so stupid. Why leave that bit in? Why leave that bit in? Like, dude, for fuck's sake, think about what you're trying to achieve with the propaganda.
And both
homie.
those guys right there were registered in the Discord.
How do you know that they were registered in it?
My sub is in it, I think. I don't know. It's just so stupid.
And again, this is in other games. I think we've seen it in Warzone. Just about any game, especially battle royales, allow this to happen a lot. These stream snipers to have these longer games or higher chances to actually queue with their streamers or pro players who play the game. Well,
You'll now see some tweets from self-pitying players saying it's this imaginary Discord's fault that they can't hit Radiant.
it also happens apparently in these smaller lobby sizes in the game of Valorant. Now, this is a developing thing. If you guys want to go check out T-Dog, he has exposed several of these things in the past. The issues with
T-Dog himself got duped by the same guy that made the YouTube video I can't show you. And by the way, listen. When I think of names in news, I mean, I think about all the great names down the years, all the great journalists, It's hard. It really is hard to leave T-Dog off that list. When I think about the Mount Rushmore, and I'm not just talking in games and esports, man, I'm talking like real journalists, like every journalist that's ever put pen to paper. It's like, how are you going to leave T-Dog off? Also, funnily enough, unrelated, I was trying to steel myself to finish the Last of Us reviews, and I knew something was off about Last of Us. So I went back and I watched the first 3 seasons of Walking Dead. I got to like season 4, episode 2. I was doing it where it was like I was on the couch and I was just like, like watching it. So each episode was sort of condensed to like 30 minutes or whatever. And it's just so much infinitely better, isn't it? You actually forget, because it became a meme, that The Walking Dead, the first 3 seasons, are actually straight fire. It's like seasons 4 to 11, where it all goes wrong. Yeah, the early seasons are good, man, and it's an adaptation of a zombie medium. So I'm just saying, people forget. You're going boring. Spent all the time on the farm. Actually, go back, watch Straight Fire. I used to think that. I've told the same lies you did. Anyway, speaking of lies, let's get back to this J Lucky video.
with the Valorant competitive space, but also we'll be talking more about this very, very soon, about these alleged bounties being placed on favorite streamers out there that simply will pay people money to either stream snipe the favorite streamers and throw the game if they're on their team, or pay them money if they're on the opposing team if they win.
Now, keep in mind, we've established no further facts beyond the original screenshot. We're 2 minutes and 44 seconds into an 8-minute and 21-second video. He has already repeated the lead, the opening part of the news story, with no additional information, except to say, it happened to Ninja. Here's a clip of hearsay at best. And by the way, do you know about this guy called T-Dog? Okay, well, it's going to go somewhere, surely.
It's just that simple. Yeah, someone like Prod
Here's the screenshot again, but closer to your face.
took the Twitter to actually tweet out this screenshot, allegedly from a Discord, where there are bounties being placed on all of these
That's the same screenshot that you used in your opening. You're talking about it like it's a different screenshot. It's not. It's the same.
streamers' heads. And by the way, a variety of prices, which people have now had the chance to brag about the price on their heads. And you can also read.
This is filler. Like, this is desperate filler. I'm now going to talk about how players are bragging about the price on their heads because I'm really struggling. I'm really struggling for content.
Read that top message there saying all streamers updated weekly. If a streamer gets taken off the list, don't complain for not getting money. DM me to add streamers to the list. The price is based upon who sets the bounty. And you must, they even have their direct instructions. You know, we love some solid direction saying you must throw on their team, slash, you know, of course, stream sniping and win on the enemy team. Pretty much just saying, hey, if you are on their...
I'm now going to explain what was pretty plain English to begin with. Okay, Jake, good. I like this. This is information I need.
Team you have to throw, and if you are, of course, stream sniping and you are playing against their team, you got to win. You have to beat the streamer to acquire the bounty. Pretty straightforward and simple rule set. And then you go through the streamers, and so far, a lot of the streamers responding are like, hey, I'm only worth this much. Or
said this. Who is doing this? Right, like journalism basics, you know, like the fucking W's, you know. Who is doing this? Why are they doing this? You know, like, I don't know. Like, there's got to be some questions. Like, do you not have any questions, Jake? Do you not have any questions about this?
Or ranking themselves based on the bounties placed on their heads. And you got Shazam up there, you got Kaide up there, you got Daz up there, Prod. I mean, you're talking about also multiple forms of payment. Whoever the frick is set.
Oh yeah, that's his gimmick, by the way. He never swears. He says frick instead of fuck. He never swears, by the way. So his gimmick is he always says frick. He's got two gimmicks, actually. I'm not being fair to Jake. I want to say this. When I say Jake has one gimmick, I'm being really unfair because he does have three gimmicks. He's got three gimmicks, and not a lot of people in the game have three gimmicks. Like, my gimmick is just being really grumpy and miserable all the time, isn't it? You've seen me use that gimmick, and it's what makes me stand out, isn't it, from like all the other journalists? Well, that and the impeccable record for nearly 20 years. But you know, the gimmick is I'm always miserable, isn't it? That's the gimmick, right? Jake has three gimmicks. He's three times the man I am. We've talked about some of them. His gimmick is he collects jerseys. He accepts gifts from entities he'll be reporting about, but they're only jerseys, so it's okay. So we know he loves jerseys. He's got that. He's got the jersey. He says frick instead of fuck. He never swears because swearing is bad, and Jake would never promote objectionable material to his young and impressionable audience. He would never do that. So he, you know, even though he will show clips of people saying far worse things than frick, he himself will never say those things, and very often they're out of context. But he doesn't say them, so it's okay. So he says frick. That's his other gimmick. He says frick, and his third gimmick. And not a lot of you might not know about this gimmick, but it's where he really elevates the journalism game. I feel I never thought about this, but Jake actually, and this is the thing, because he's, you know, good looking, thin guy, you know, with jerseys. He's got so many jerseys. Go out and wear a jersey a day for a whole year from any esports team you want. Anyway, he's a good-looking guy, you know, blonde hair, got the esports jersey, doesn't swear, clean, take him home. You know, maybe meet your parents, doesn't swear. Pretty good. But he does like to drink. He does like to party. He makes that abundantly clear that he likes to party. So he drinks, but he doesn't drink your dad's alcohol. No. He doesn't drink any of that vile boomer shit. Not Jake Lucky. Jake Lucky's at the cutting edge of journalism, you see. Me, when I'm writing a story and I'm up late and I've got eyes like pistols in the snow and I'm like transcribing a 6-hour interview with someone that ums and ers every other sentence. Yes, I know I do it myself, but it's massively frustrating if you ever have to transcribe it. You know, I'll pour myself a glass of scotch, not Jake Lucky. Won't drink that shit. He drinks. Well, originally, he used to say, I'm drinking White Claws, bro. That was his other gimmick. He used to be there, just popping some claws. You should just call them claws. I'm just having some claws with the boys. Like, just getting the claws out with the boys. Like, me and the boys and some claws. And, yeah, awesome. But then he realized, because, again, he's ahead of the game, you know. He realized that, actually, if you specify a brand of Alco Pop Seltzer, you might be limited in the future for sponsorship deals. So, you know, he used to say, I'm out there with the boys, we're doing claws. He saw the game. He realised that unless the big White Claw sponsorship, lifetime supply of White Claw ambassador, like he's like the fucking Slurms Mackenzie for White Claw, and he's just always got a party, whizzle wazzle. He realised if that didn't land, he was limiting himself. So he saw the game, he saw ahead, and he just like that, he just changed it. He started saying seltzer. Just out of nowhere, just started. Me and the boys having seltzers. He didn't, you know, he couldn't come up with a fun abbreviation, you know, like claws, you know, what wasn't that like hard thing? Seltz, just doesn't work. But anyway, he just started like that. He just changed the game. He just started saying seltzer, and now every single alcoholic water, is it water? Nobody knows. Basically, the world is his oyster. He can now. It doesn't have to be white. It can still be White Claw. That's the fucking genius of the White Claw is an alcoholic seltzer. They say that on the box and the cans and in all their advertising and branding. But what he does, you see, is instead of just committing to one, he can have them all. It could be White Claw one day. It could be Bud Light Seltzer the next. You know, it just never ends, you see. So three whole gimmicks. He's got the shirts, hasn't he? The jerseys, the frick, the refusal to swear, and alcoholic seltzer. So I think we can all agree he really is something.
Setting these bounties, you can get Ethereum, Bitcoin, some go PayPal, some go all the way down to Zelle. I've only ever used Zelle to pay my rent. Like, are there a bunch of real estate agents?
What was that cut, dude? It was like... He remembered like a really bad time in his life. That's caught me off guard. Oh, Jake, what happened, mate? Fucking hell, he had a bad memory there. Like, by the way, this is a news report about this Discord he's exposing, this very real Discord. But he got locked into one, didn't he? It happens sometimes. When the PTSD, you can kick in any time.
I've only ever used Zelle to pay my rent. Like, are there a bunch of real estate agents out there freaking stream sniping or hoping people stream snipe streamers in Valorant? This is actually insane when you think about this. By the way, again,
what I like there is as well, he's fucking... The thing about Jake is, right, other than the three gimmicks, the thing I like about Jake Lucky is he's quick. He's like fucking lightning fast. And you probably haven't even caught it, you see, because I even think that jump cut is like part of a sort of like comedic timing. Because what he's done, I'll show it you again.
I've only ever used Zelle to pay my rent. Like, are there a bunch of real estate agents out there freaking stream sniping or hoping people stream snipe streamers in Valorant? This is actually insane when you think about this.
So what he's done there is, right, you see, quick as a flash, because he paid his rent once in one of the options that's being used in this Discord, he's made the association of rent and estate agents, because, you know, estate agents are the people that, like, you know, lease out the houses on behalf of the homeowners. And quick as a flash, he's made that. So, and it works on two levels, because, yeah, he's told a fucking blinding joke here. Because obviously, imagine, I paid rent once. So imagine if it was estate agents doing this. It's not, though, is it? But what he's also done is, he's also opened the possibility. Is it estate agents that are doing this? You don't know. It could be. I mean, obviously, we know it's not estate agents because none of it's real, which is a shame because, you know, he's sort of wasted a really good line of inquiry. What if it was rogue estate agents?
Again, it's insane, but we've seen it before. Time and time again, game by game. If you are a top streamer, there are people out there that want to ruin your day.
We're only halfway through this video. I can't even keep up the bit. Wow, like, how have you dragged this out to 8 minutes? Like, maybe I have to give this guy some credit. I couldn't get 8 minutes out of this material. I mean, that's ironic. I'm being ironic there because I've got way longer out of this material, but whatever. To get 8 minutes of material out of this is crazy. It's insane, actually.
You know all those people that you trash talk on stream? Those are likely some of the people either joining these Discords or making them. It's just like,
You know, people who trash talk you in this video game, in any video game you play ever, those are likely the people that have made this super specific, highly targeted, imaginary though, unfortunately, Discord to target all the top streamers. Wow, crack the fucking case.
it's so sad. It's like so, I mean, it's kind of funny, but it's also mostly just sad. And then you had Kaide saying that this is really sad, but it's also like a first world problem, right? We're complaining about the very few people out there who hopefully are actually doing these things or paying for these things. It sucks all the more because the more pro players and streamers that interact with this, the more news people that cover this stuff. We're not naming names, but people will start searching for these kind of things. It's the natural progression of an unfortunate attention you give these things, and you hope it's not being abused that much. But also I want to pay attention.
First half of the video, it was front loaded about how these things are literally happening all the time. But okay, here we go. We get to hear from T-Dog now, so this is different. I actually think it's kind of sad that, you know, a fucking pretender like Jake Lucky would even use like a great like T-Dog to prop up his failing career. You know what I mean? Like name dropping T-Dog when you're Jake Lucky, dude. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, you ain't fit to fucking change the ink in T-Dog's printer, are you? You probably couldn't even manage that, could you, Jake? But anyway, you know, I just think it's a fucking shame. You know, you have someone out there like fucking, you know, like doing good work like T-Dog, and Jake Lucky's just basically made a video where he's essentially propping up his lack of ability by leveraging T-Dog.
To T-Dog, you guys should go check him out because updates are coming soon on this. He says, as some of you know, I made some videos on the inside look of crypto throwing, win trading, and boosting in the Valorant space. Valorant has a new problem with stream sniping, and players are paying monthly for a bot to be in their Discord that tells you who it is in streamer mode. New video soon. Don't bother leaving the server. Don't worry about deleting their messages. Don't try to find that rat in your circle. It's already over.
Remember, this was a hoax. This was a hoax. But T-Dog must have been talking about something else.
And that being said, there's no way to protect yourself from these stream snipers who then can obviously see, okay, I am playing with so-and-so. I am playing eventually against so-and-so if they're stream sniping, and then can tell, and then they know, okay, if I'm on so-and-so's team, it's time to throw. If I'm playing against so-and-so, oh, it's time to win and get paid. I don't know how you show evidence. I don't know if they're actually, paying out in extremes, how many times these bounties are placed, how many times these bounties...
Gonna rewind that bit. Okay. All right. There's something for Jake to think about here.
Playing against so-and-so, oh, it's time to win and get paid. I don't know how you show evidence. I don't know if they're actually, paying out in extremes, how many times these bounties are placed, how many times these bounties are paid out. And some people's concern, is this also tied to something T-Dog has also covered in the past, that being these crypto betting websites where you can literally bet for or against the streamers in the space. I've never seen that, and that's...
It's too fucking good, isn't it? It's actually amazing. Like, it's actually fucking amazing. I don't know anything, right? Like, he is just like, I don't know anything, okay? I don't know how much money's being spent. I don't know who's doing it. I don't know how often it's being done. And also, what if it's tied to those websites that I've seen on the internet that let you bet on streamers' games? Now, it could be that, but I've never seen it. Never happened before. But.
Certainly a conflict of interest, especially with, insider betting.
Jake. He's like, the way I picture the way he's done this video is he's just like, there's like a clock. You've got to get to 8 minutes to get the better ad rev, Jake. You can do it. You can do it, Jake. And he's just like, look, there he is, desperately looking at the clock. Desperately looking at the clock. Also, by the way, The white space is there on the wall. There's no more fake pictures coming. There's nothing else for you to look at. This is his big sign-off, right? This is like the big... This is it. This is the summation of all of the news story. And he's got to get to 8 minutes desperately. And it's midnight. And he's super tired. Bless him. And so he just starts saying conflict of interest... Insider betting. He just starts saying phrases.
I've never seen that, and that's certainly a conflict of interest, especially with, insider betting. Just the fact that you can bet on individual streamers, that's a very hairy line to go down because of the number of matches that even an individual streamer can have. You never know who's playing it correctly or who's actually playing it fairly. But more so, the bigger conflict of interest being back in the day when T-Dog first covered that. Is you can't control a lot of their teammates. And so if you all of a sudden are playing with Shaz or you're playing with Kaide and then you go and check an esports betting website and you can bet against yourself and then throw the game, that's the issue. And that was a long time ago. Now this issue being that apparently you have stream snipers who can identify who streamers are.
He says that's the issue. That is indeed the issue about the other thing that you're talking about, which is unrelated to this story, which you yourself have said you've got no idea if it's related or not. And in fact, you've never seen it. So it's probably unlikely.
Or who they are not, and when they're in a game with them or in a lobby with them, and then simply be paid in a video game to throw a game involving a top Valorant streamer or pro player. Or
he's brought it full circle. He's bringing it full circle. Wait, there's more to this? I wish you'd put some of that more in before instead of the 7.5 minutes of incoherent nonsense. But okay, all right, let's
stream sniping. There is currently a Discord where people have
this is a clip of the Great One. This is I believe a clip of T-Dog.
A automated bot, like a song bot. And what it does is it detects who's in your game and it pulls up their stream for you. So as you can see in this image, this is a Discord that 12PK is in, and this is someone's setup. I don't know who this is, but we have Grim Stream, Shiro Stream, and whoever this is. This is 3 running streams and 1 game. There's the Discord bot with an automated message. This is the next thing. So 12PK is in this, Faves is in this. Like, you know, there's a lot of guys that are in this. But it's all right. I don't know what I'm talking about, and everyone is legit.
I mean, it's just, what's the future hold? What do you guys think about this one? Again, updates coming soon. It's midnight. I got to go to bed, but stay tuned.
Wholesome. In bed by midnight. Gotta love it.
Okay, we got 5 more videos coming out today. And
5, Jake! There was 5 more cutting-edge reports based on fake screenshots. Holy shit. What a nightmare. Anyway, the point of this was I like saw it and I was like, dude, there's just no way this guy can keep taking these L's publicly and still getting so much support and like being the go-to esports guy. But no, it's fine, apparently. This is fine. No one's even mentioned this. That other video didn't go viral. And by the way, it comes at a cost, you know? If you look at the replies, because it's Jake Lucky and everyone just loves to interact with him because he's got lots of Twitter followers, because it's like a sort of, you know, the Twitter game is sort of like a rat king. Of not like Smooya, I mean like an actual rat king. A rat king is where basically loads of rats who've been living in the sewers because of the shit and the fluvium. There's a word for you. And their tails all get clagged up, so they all get stuck together and they're all like swirling around like, yeah. And they all can't get apart from each other. That's a rat king, right? Basically, whenever you see these tweets, it's like a fucking rat king of everyone on Twitter, right? Of everyone with a blue check. And fucking, you know, just because I've got to reply to him because he's got 400,000 followers. Oh well, shit, I better reply as well. Everyone's replying. This is the topic of the moment to get my engagement, so everyone replies. So keep in mind, this is a patently, it's not even patently false. He just doesn't know anything about it. And when you look at like the replies, it's like just blue checks, actual fucking, you know, players. It's not showing it in the same order as it is on my screen. Yeah, T-Dog there. But, you know, there's like Chan Man. Fucking beautiful, lovable, innocent 50-year-old. He's 52 probably now, I don't know. Chan Man, even Chan Man's been duped by this. Look, he's my lovable. See, this is the cost. This is the human cost of your lies, Jake Lucky. Look, this is next level disgust. It's not real. Chris is an idiot now. Chris has made a fool of himself. He's not a fool. He's a great guy. You know, remember when we used to do those podcasts together? This isn't right. We got to take a stand. We got to take a stand against Jake Lucky's lies. But yeah, so anyway, that was my Jake Lucky video. Fooled again. Lies again. Not a problem, though. Don't worry. We just move on.